Okay, good morning, everybody. As usual, I'm just going to talk for a minute or two because I think this takes a while to kick in, so I'm not sure if you can see or hear me yet. Keeping an eye on the viewers. We have Nick. Hello. Hi, Nick. How are you doing?
Yeah, great. How are you?
All right, thank you. Yes, I was just saying, it says we're live, but it usually takes a couple of minutes to kick in, so I'm just talking inanely for a few minutes. I'm very pleased that you've joined Twitter.
Yes, that was a step in the right direction.
Yes, I'm sure you'll find loads of interesting things to distract you all day now.
I shamelessly trawled your followers for the interesting ones.
Yes.
I'm following lots of the similar people now.
Right.
Or organisations, I should be more exact about.
Okay, well that's good. No, I mean I've been pleased to see how many of the Singapore students have obviously experienced with Twitter, more so than the UK ones, I think.
Yeah.
So perhaps you could offer some pearls of wisdom. Professional tweeting.
Yeah, well, they can teach me.
Yeah, maybe. They've certainly been active overnight. It's kind of weird to wake up in the morning and the sudden barrage of tweets have come in all overnight. But yeah, we have a viewer. So we have a single viewer, it says on the screen. So that's good news. So we'll wait a few minutes because that number should start getting higher. Up to 3 now, even better. So you had no problems logging in then, Nick, obviously, because Sarah had a problem on Friday.
No problems.
You got the invite.
Yeah, yes, I was sort of waiting around in the right place, and so the little pop-up window comes saying that you're phoning me, so I just answered the call.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then all this magically happened.
Great. It's good when it works, isn't it?
Yes. I like computers when they work.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, brilliant. We're up to 13 now, so that's good. I think we could probably start because there's little green lights flashing everywhere. I think we're probably totally properly on air. So good morning or good afternoon, everyone. As you'll see, I'm joined by Nick here today. We haven't sacked Sarah for Friday. They're going to be taking it in turns. And so Sarah's been busy, as you've hopefully seen over the weekend, with linking up your blogs into the course blog, and I'll show you that in a minute. So what we want to do this morning is just make sure you're all up to speed, that you've done what you need to do by this point, and you're clear about what you need to do next. And take any questions, obviously, that you might have. So that's the plan for the next half an hour or so. Right, I see we're up to 14, which isn't quite as high as it should be. A little bit worrying. Oh no, 18 now.
Lots of people saying good morning though. Good morning.
Oh, good. Oh yes, that's the point. I haven't switched on the Q&A. Let's have a look. Good spot. Right, morning from Tian, great. And morning from Ryan. Morning from Yurun. Nick, you're probably better at pronunciation than me here.
I'm really not sure about that. Jerun. I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
Okay, well, you just tell us if we get it wrong, because it's embarrassing. It's bad enough the first time, but if we keep getting it wrong, that's really bad. Julia, well, we can cope with Julia. That's okay. Hello. And see you, possibly, hopefully. Yo, and we've seen that one already. Okay, yeah, lots of good mornings. That's great. Okay, so my total number's up to 23, which is getting better. Right, okay, so what do I want to show you this morning then? The blog, first of all. So I'm just going to screen share a minute, and I can tell you where we've got to with the module blog now.
Looking good, isn't it?
Let's see. Is that the one? No, I don't want that one. I can't find the screen. Where's it gone? So many rubbishy things open here. You got the blog there, Nick. Can you?
I have.
Yeah, your screen.
Yeah. Let me just switch over to it. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Would you like me to share it?
Yeah, if you could share the screen, that'd be good. It seems to have disappeared off my list for a minute.
Okay, let me attempt that. Screen share. This one. Share.
Yes. Fantastic. Oh, yes, there it is. Oh my gosh. It's gone again. No, hang on. There it is. Right. Oh, good grief. We have lots and lots of posts. Fantastic. Okay, so you should be able to see there now that provided you've tagged your post with a category of topic 1, it should have pulled through into our blog, and you should see it in the list here with all these. You should also see in the right-hand column the list of contributors, which should be all of you. And as of yesterday, there were still 4 people we were waiting for blog IDs from and Gmail accounts. And I think one of those is sorted overnight because I saw a tweet. But there's still 2 or 3 of you, I think, that we need to have the information from so we can add you into here. So you should, if you want to see anybody else's work, you should be able to just click on their name from this list and go straight through to their blogs now, all from the main course blog. That's great. Oh, did you do that, Nick, or did I?
I did that. I was following your instructions.
Okay, great. So there's an example. Stephanie's blog with a quite impressive picture at the top. Okay, so that's what we've got to with the blog. And sorry, I'm just seeing a question. Can you talk about the final portfolio? Yes, I'm going to do that. I'll definitely do that in just a minute. I'll just see if there's any other. Apple. Yeah, Apple is very easy. Thank you. Okay, and another missing set of information is coming through. That's good. We should be almost there then. Right. Good morning. More good mornings. Okay, great. Right. So I'm very intrigued by this say what lady here in the reflective summary, but I better not get distracted by that now. Nick, thanks for sharing your screen. Did you want to say a few words? I know you've been looking at some of the students' first posts, and I don't know if you've got some general comments you'd like to make.
Yes, so let me just turn off the screen first, if I can figure out how to do it.
While you're doing that, I'll see if I can find it at this end.
Yeah, so I looked through a number of the posts yesterday. People who put links up on their Twitter posts. That was very helpful. So
Sorry, Nick, you're still on screen share?
Yes, I'm still trying to figure it out. Have I stopped that now?
Ah, there you go.
Good, that was easier to figure out than I thought. Yeah, and it seemed as if in general, at first sort of glance, that the understanding of the differences between digital residents and digital visitors was fairly well understood by most people. Then what the difference between Prensky's idea of natives and immigrants and White and Lecornu's ideas of residents and visitors, the difference between those two, or what the key difference between those two was a little bit more, some people got that well and some people got that a little bit less. And then also there was the idea of the resident visitor spectrum, or the continuum, which again, just based on the first posts, some people understood very well, others not quite so well. But overall, I thought there was a generally quite good understanding of the resident visitor sort of differences. I thought most of the blogs were fairly easy to read. They were quite well designed. There's no great difficulties navigating around any of them. Some of the images found were very good. Some of the video found was very good. So overall, I thought that as a first attempt, generally the standard was good. Great.
Okay. That reminds me of a point about the images. It's great to see you using some nice images, but don't forget you should always make sure you have permission to use them. Particularly if you're using something famous that has got a copyright restriction, or in fact many images have a copyright restriction. But if it's a famous one, it's more likely to be noticed. We did point you to a blog post in the summary I did of the last Hangout on Friday, I pointed you at a blog post where we've given you a bit of advice about crediting images and how you go about choosing and working out if an image is free to share or not. So it's very well worth your while to check that out and make sure that the images you include in your posts you've put a link to, and you've checked the license actually allows you to share them. And this applies not just to this course, but to any blogging that you do, or any kind of online activity, really. So it's really important practice to get into. So please check that out.
That was a general weakness, actually. Although some people had attributed their images well and correctly, most people hadn't. So it wasn't clear where those images had come from, or where those videos could be accessed, links to those things. So that was missing in general from a lot of the posts. Great.
Okay. So yes. So if you're guilty, if you're sat there feeling guilty, then please amend your blogs to that effect.
On that note, we've had a question actually from Hui Min. Being, are we allowed to edit our post after some time? Will there be a change in the date of posting? I've yet to add in topic 1 under categories, and I have to edit the post to do so.
Yeah. I mean, you'll need, if you haven't put a category in, you'll need to do that. Otherwise, your blog won't appear. And yeah, that does then count as an edit. I mean, ideally, you shouldn't be changing what you've written in your posts after the deadline. I mean, the place for reflecting on things you want to do differently is in the summary. So if, for example, you've written your first post and then the deadline passes, and then you think, oh, I wish I'd put in such and such, then you shouldn't be changing your post to include that. You should actually include the new information in your summary and say that it's something that occurred to you afterwards, possibly as a result of somebody else's blog that you'd read, or some other video or article that you were reading. So the summary is really the place where you add in content that you didn't include in the first post. But yeah, obviously, if there are things you need to change, like putting in a category or adding a hashtag or a link to a reference, then yes, please do so. Okay, right. Cheryl, I'm just seeing a question from saying you categorized your post, but it didn't appear. Okay, we'll have a look at that afterwards, Cheryl, and check that out just to make sure. We don't want to fiddle around with it now while everyone's watching, but I'll have a look at that for you. If you could actually send me a tweet to remind me, that would be good, because we might lose these questions once the Hangout's over. Right, and yes, the other thing I wanted to mention is, because some of you have been really quick, which is great. If you've finished your reflections and comments already, then you're ahead. But don't forget that there's another part to all of this, which is building your own digital profile. So it's not just about answering the questions and commenting. So if you look at the study guide, Nick, I don't know if you could you share the study guide from the main blog?
Let me just get there.
If you just go to the page header at the top of the blog, there's a link to, actually I think it's under the assessment page rather than the study guide page. And we can show people what I mean, because it's easy to get kind of wrapped up in the topics and the commenting and forget about this aspect of the module, which should really be going on in the background for you all the time. So if you do find you're ahead, like if you finish topic 1 already and topic 2 doesn't start till tomorrow, then that's a good opportunity to have a think about your own profiles and what you need to develop there. So right. Nick's screen sharing, so I'll just put that in the main. Okay, right, perfect. That's exactly the right place. So from the module blog, if you click on the assessment tab, then it shows you this, and it talks about the first section talks about the 5 topics, and then it says your own digital profile. If you can read this, and it asks you to write just a summary 500-word post. Thinking about how your own profile has changed over the course of the module. And do you remember last week we suggested to you that you filled in those self-test documents and you actually posted those as an introductory post on your blog? Well, that's really important, because that's really your basis for comparison when you get to the end of the module. So all the things you said in that document about, you know, how much you participate in online communities, or how much you create digital artifacts, or whatever, you can look back on at the end of the module and see what you've changed, what new things you've tried, what things you've enjoyed, what you think has worked well, what hasn't worked well. And so this final post is about reflecting on that, and it's reflecting on your own experience of using these tools, as distinct from the actual answers to the questions. Okay, so you don't need to do that right at the end of the module. You've got about a week, I think. See, it says the submission date is the 20th of November. So that gives you a bit of time to reflect on the whole thing at the end, and really think about which bits have worked well for you, and which bits you want to take forward and will help you with your career planning and your learning in your other modules. So please don't forget that. On the feedback sheets that you'll get when we've marked your topic 1, you'll see that we've actually given you some different criteria that we've marked your post against. And there's also at the bottom of the document, there's a table which refers to this task as well. But obviously that'll be blank until the end of the module. But there is a table at the bottom of your feedback sheets which shows you how we're going to actually mark that second part of the task. So you can have a look at that. And I think it's also in the study guide. Oh, it's there. I'm rabbiting on, I'm not even looking. Yeah, so there's a copy of it here. So these are the different things that you're being asked to reflect on. And so we'll give you a grade. See here, 70, 60, 50 against each of these criteria. Okay, so that's, I'm just going to check the questions. So yes, we've just done that one. And okay, Cheryl, I'll try and leave that one there to remind me. Good morning, yes. Are we allowed to edit our blog? Yes, we've done that one, so I'll close that one down. If there's any other questions on what I've just said, then please pop them in while I'm checking through this. We've seen all of these. So good mornings. Okay. So I'm not seeing any more questions there at the moment. I'll give you a few minutes. Oh, we're up to 35 viewers. That's good. Okay. Brilliant. I don't think we need that document anymore, Nick, if you want to stop screen sharing and come back to it. Brilliant. So it's good when it works, isn't it? Okay, Nick, is there anything else you wanted to say? Thing that you've observed, or any advice you wanted to give?
Again, just from having the initial look that I had through yesterday, do be careful on the fonts that you choose. 1 or 2, especially the more handwriting style fonts, can be tricky to read. And do be careful about the size of the font as well. Some old folk like myself need slightly bigger text for our failing eyes. Yes, do sort of have a look at your blog, perhaps on somebody else's computer or on a different machine, because it will display differently to you on your machine than it does to somebody else. So maybe it's worth just having a little look at that and seeing how clear it is. And then continue to sort of find useful images and useful video, but make sure that the emphasis is on useful. An image just for the sake of an image isn't necessarily better than no image at all.
Yes. That's a very good point. Oh, I'm getting a load of lag for some reason. Where's that come from? Okay, it seems to have gone now, which is a good thing. Yes, so just don't stick in random pictures, but a picture that illustrates something that you're trying to say is a very good way of saving on words, and it makes the post look much nicer and easier to read as well. You can actually change your blog theme. It's quite easy to do that. If you find, once you've read a few other people's blogs and you've commented on them, that you actually like the layout that they've chosen and you think it works better and it's easier to read, then it's quite easy to change your blog theme. Some of them, I mean, WordPress offer a huge choice of themes, but some of them are more easy to find your way around than others. some of them seem to be quite obscure, and I don't know why they've become popular. But that's something that's very easy to change if you wish to. Right, I'm not seeing any more questions. Perhaps you could send us some smileys or something if it's all making sense and you're clear about what's happening. That would be good, because don't forget we can't see you, so the only feedback we get is through this Q&A box at the moment. So you could ping some questions in there. That would be great, or comments, feedback to us. Sorry, Nick.
Ryan has put a question. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about the final portfolio. He's just asking, if I've completed the final portfolio, where or who do I submit it to?
Oh, yeah, it's just a blog post. You post it on your blog. It'll count as, I think we'll call it topic 6. Usually it's like the extra topic at the end. So yeah, that just gets posted on your own blog. No, I didn't see that one. Oh, I've got a smiley face. Brilliant. Thank you. Oh yeah, there it is. I completed the final portfolio. Yeah, so it's just a blog post in the normal way. Okay. So we've just got one smiley face and no other questions. The only thing I wanted to mention was the MOOC. I wonder how many of you are actually doing the MOOC at the moment. I think I did see 1 or 2 comments when I was looking through yesterday from people saying they were studying marketing. But there's so many, there's thousands of comments on there that there's sure to be loads that I haven't actually seen at all. But it would be interesting to know if you are doing the MOOC, what you think of it and how it's going. And feel free to introduce yourselves on the MOOC and say that you're doing this course in Singapore, and perhaps put it into your profile so then people can find you more easily. There's nowhere to hide on the internet. So it'd be good to get a bit of feedback from you if you're finding that useful for your course generally, not specifically for this module, but more generally. Right, so gosh, you're quiet on the questions front today.
I was going to add a couple more things just about the blogs as they currently stand.
Mm-hmm.
I thought all the ones that I looked at, people had done the self-test and posted their responses. That was very good. And had done some really quite interesting about pages as well, which were really enjoyable and useful for me to read, because it gave me an idea of who you guys are, and helped me to sort of have a better understanding of the students that we have on this module. So that was really useful. Thank you to the people who've taken good time to put in some really good about pages. That was great.
Yeah, great. That's a really good point and helps us. Obviously, as we haven't met you personally, that's another way in which we can find out a bit more about you. And hopefully, when we just see the list of names coming up, we know a little bit more about you. Obviously, you don't have to be too personal, but it's always good to know what someone looks like and what their interests and ambitions are.
But there's nice shots of Singapore as well.
I saw someone had tweeted this morning a picture of a rainy Singapore. It's not raining here at the moment, but it's a bit foggy.
Yeah, it's very foggy. All our airports are closed.
Are they really? Gosh, is it that bad?
Yeah.
I haven't ventured out the door yet. So I can just see it looks a bit grey.
It seems to be across a lot of Europe, actually.
Really?
Because Northern French, Belgium, Dutch and German airports are closed as well.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Very, very big patch of fog.
Seriously large. It must be November. Right. Okay, so in terms of next steps then, what we're doing, sorry, were you saying something there, Nick? I lost the volume.
No, don't worry, I was just saying thank you to Ryan, who put a nice comment up.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm not seeing these comments. Oh, okay. They don't seem to be coming up at the top for some reason. They seem to be coming up in the middle, which is a little bit weird.
Yeah, they pop up all over the list for me.
Yeah.
It's a continual scrolling up and down job.
Yes. Okay. Right. So in terms of what happens next, then, so your topic 1 reflections and comments are due by the end of today, Singapore time, and we will get cracking on marking and giving you some feedback on those straight away. in fact, as he said, Nick has already started. I've been doing the other groups who've also had a deadline of yesterday, the UK group. They've just finished topic 2, so I've been busy marking those, which is why I haven't got on to your ones yet. But yeah, we'll get the feedback to you on your topic 1s as soon as we can. And don't forget, topic 1 doesn't actually count towards your module score. It's really a practice to make sure you're all very clear about how everything works, and obviously to get feedback that you can then incorporate into the remainder of your topics. So we'll get cracking on that straight after the deadline. And then I'm going to post up your topic 2 for you later today. So your main job for tomorrow is going to be reading the articles and doing some research around the question for topic 2 and thinking about your answer to the set question there. So it's all going to happen thick and fast from now on, because we've completed all the initial setup and the introductions and the admin and all that kind of thing. So from now on, it's just topic after topic after topic. So it's really important that everyone keeps up to date, so that you're all roughly in the same place and commenting on the same things at the same time. You'll find very quickly that if you fall behind, then you're unlikely to get much feedback on your posts, because if everyone else has moved on to another topic, then they probably won't read something that you've posted late. So bear that in mind. Although from what I've observed so far, most people are ahead rather than behind, which is good.
Lisa, we've had a question.
Yes.
From Justin, asking if he's got any queries, can he email your Southampton UK email address, the one that's in the study guide?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, the email address is in the study guide. There's Twitter, obviously. Yeah, I've had quite a few emails from people. That's absolutely fine. It depends how urgent it is, really. You can, if it's something you want an immediate answer to in the Hangouts, then just put it in the Q&A. If it's something that can wait, that isn't urgent, or is more private, then just pop it in an email. That's fine.
And actually, Justin's just followed up with another question, where he asks, just to confirm, the 150 words comments graded are on our individual blogs. We don't have to comment specifically on our peers' individual blogs. Is that right?
No, that's not right. No, the comments that we mark are comments that you have made on other people's blogs. And then when you do your reflective summary, you give us a link to each of those posts comments that you've made, so we can find them easily. So yeah, so we're looking for 2 posts that you've made where you're commenting and feeding back to other people on their work. The comments that you get on your work, we don't directly grade those, because you might get loads, you might get hardly any, depending on when you've posted and how visible it was. So no, the commenting is about your comments on other people's blogs. Okay.
And please do link clearly to those from your reflective work at the end of each topic, so that we can quickly and easily find those comments. Otherwise, it becomes a very difficult task, and you'd be helping us a lot by doing that.
Yeah, that's really important, especially as there's 45 of you. There's an awful lot of comments, and we don't want to have to be going through everyone's blog looking for a comment. So please give us the links to them. Thank you. Right, so I'm just going to look down and see if there's anything else. Right, we've done that one. We've done that one. Yep, we've done that one. Smileys. Yeah, okay, I think we've covered all the questions. So, okay, so same as last time then. When we finish talking today, this Hangout will be saved to YouTube. So we'll send you a link if you have missed it, or if you've had any problems connecting or issues with the sound, then it will all be saved on YouTube, and you can watch it as and when you wish. We'll also do a wrap-up post, just summarising where you should be at this point and what comes next. And then we will see you again same time tomorrow, I think. So final opportunity for questions then.
Yeah, we just had one come in again from Justin. Do we post those comments that we commented on our peers' blogs on our own blog post?
Yeah, on your own summary blog post, you put a link to the comments you've made on other people's blogs. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, all in one place, please. That's the whole point, is so that we can see your summary and your comments all at the same time. That's why we want them all in the same place. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So I've just seen that one now.
Random question to me. Yes, I am.
Well, there you go. That's a compliment first thing in the morning.
That will make me smile all day.
That's giving me the giggles now. Okay, excellent. I like that. Right. Okay, I better not invite any more questions. It could get really interesting. Right, yeah, I think we've got them all there. Okay, so do you want to give us some final smileys or indications that you're all up straight and you've understood? Yes, we've got that one. I think I'll have to tweet that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yes, you might have noticed that Nick has joined Twitter as a result of pressure from you guys in helping with this course. So you will be to blame if he now gets no work done for the rest of the year, because he's busy building his Twitter profile and randomly attracting marriage proposals on the internet. So
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, okay. So I'm not seeing any more questions. Okay, I think we'd probably sign off then, Nick.
Okay, good. I hope everyone's happy. I look forward to reading all your summaries and posts. I've enjoyed the ones I've read so far.
Great. Okay, and thanks for beaming in and for sorting out the screen share. I'm not sure why mine wasn't working today, but good job you were there. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Smiley. It was Smiley. I saw that quickly pop in. So we'll say goodbye now then, everyone, and we'll see you again same time tomorrow. Okay. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.